Look, we are nowhere near home. The car escaped too many distracted lefts and rights in the early morning dark. Neither of us kept count. Anyway, I'm too young to see a well-rounded picture of the world, eye level with a seatbelt strap, my feet kicking the pebbled, cracked, and plastic dashboard of my mother's red hatchback. The heater switches back on and coughs. Listen. I couldn't say the names of unheard of towns we passed to get here. Nowhere anyone would think to look for us. Where our voices seemed foreign enough, no acquaintance would turn or sit up straight if we entered in a conversation. Our tires grate atop a gravel driveway, then stop. We're tired. I don't know if there was a paperwork that she had to sign or if she had called ahead. I just remember a touch of light tracing the underside of the world as we hunched on separate bunk beds, my mother and I, and through the weight of half-closed eyelids, spoke reluctantly about what we might do next, like two condemned prisoners making amends. Someone brought in a plain-closed basket with fresh folded sheets, two heavily bleached comforters, and on top of the pile they thought to put a couple of children's books for me. Old, heavy, creased pages with orange crayon wax, a smell of corrugated cardboard, and too many hands. I held them tight as I slept that first night in the shelter. So tight that I had dreams of ghost stories, and He-Man and the Masters of the Universe battling Skeletor. So tight I had dreams that would never again go to sleep fighting, never wake up with a mouthful of tin can adrenaline as if we slept with a penny underneath our tongues, or else a slow drip of copper in the back throat from dried blood caking in your too soft nose. What else? Like all the women there, I wish, wherever a man presses abuse into someone's flesh, some strength, by whatever magic, remembers to resist. That the subtle sleep sense of bodies didn't send us waking up with two tightening fists. That these arms wrapped around my pillow and above my head weren't there in self-defense. My legs fixed in a runner's stance. The teenager rocking on the floor with the phone cord snaking up her back. A woman perched on the sofa, her open wings ready to descend on the phone next. The mother of three who spent all night rehearsing an imagined conversation. We rolled up and down in her cadence as we slept. We floated off in a bodiless space, and my mother too. One of those silent immortals. Those great maniacs of love with their predetermined hearts. Today, from a great distance, I tried to hear if those bewildering voices still whispered inside me, but that old glacier of spite slipped silently into a greater sea. One day after a million days, we just wake up fearless. I forgot to connect the dot pictures of manhood I left unfilled, uncolored, unpermanent. I know by now that it isn't my heart that's a clenched nerve, but the world's. I find nowhere within me that needs to be made dangerous.